Steller Blade developer shift up to go public. For those who don't know what that means they're entering the stock market. That means you, me, anyone can invest in it. However, that said, it's just on the Korean stock exchange. But what does this mean? You can literally own a part of Shift Up. You can, because that's how owning stocks work. Even if you own a small fraction of a company, you are a part owner. Yes, you can be a part owner of Nikke now. Steller Blade developer shift up to go public at projected valuation of 2.3 billion. I think that's a discount too. I think that amount is really low for what they offer. Although the investment climate in the games industry remains turbulent, it truly is. A new large public offering is on the way. South Korean developer ShiftUp recently applied to be listed on the Korean Stock Exchange. ShiftUp filed an application on March 5th, planning to list over 58 million shares on the Korean Stock Exchange. The number of shares scheduled for sale during the upcoming public offering is 7.25 million, par value of just 200 won. In other words, just 15 cents per share. Insane. Just 15 cents. What a bargain. The reason why I think it's such a bargain, I'll show you guys right now. The reason why I think 2.3 billion is a bargain, chat, Nikke in the year of just 2023 has earned 312 million US dollars, making it the 5th most successful gacha game of 2023. Can you believe that? They are valuing it at just 2.3 billion. I think Nikke has a lot more life in it. I think it can go much, much further. I think they can make another game as successful, if not more successful than Nikke. And the reason why the article starts off with Steller Blade is Steller Blade is a PS5 exclusive. That game has a lot of hopes on it. That game could potentially make a lot of money as well. I don't think it'll make as much as Nikke. Nikke as a whole, I think, has earned almost $400 million at this point. So I'm just saying 2.3 billion is a discount. Shift Up is not just Nikke, not just Steller Blade. They will make other games. Nikke is not even their first gacha game. It was Destiny's Child. And that game, while it's EOS and it's gone now, it has made quite a bit of money, I think. Enough money to make a successful project like Nikke. And in the future, if they make more games like Nikke, you can see where I'm going with this. It will not take them long to hit their valuation, to literally earn their valuation. I think in 10 years, they'll easily surpass $2.4 billion of valuation. That stock? Okay, look. I'm not a financial advisor, even if I know how to read stocks as an accountant and whatnot. And you can't be upset at me if things change and like 10 years from now, there's like giant scandal and then Shift Up implodes. All right, that's not my fault. I can't. But I'm saying from the math, it makes a lot of sense to invest in a Shift Up because they'll make more games like Nikke. Anyways, I think it's a really good price. IPO will be led by Korean Investment and Securities, NH Investment and Securities, and JP Morgan Securities Seoul branch. JP Morgan is the American financial firm, so they do a lot of things. Anyways, here's some interesting data about Shift Up. Establishment date, 2013, December 2nd. CEO, Kim Hyeong-tae, 292 employees. Sector, software development and supply. Main products, gaming software. Head office location, 55 Socho-dero 77 Gil in Seichugo, Seoul. Settlement month, December. Their profit. Whoa! They're not profitable. They're not profitable. Okay, that's fine. Their sales profit in 2023, it should be by year, is 66 million Korean won. All right, let's see how much money that profit stands to in US dollars. They're earning about 50.5 million American dollars per year. That's actually quite a bit lower than I thought. So their net profit is in the negatives. They are actually not making money, but don't freak out. That's normal because they're making games right now. For example, Steller Blade, which is headlining this entire thing, is a game that is making no money because it's not for sale yet, but it's taking a lot of money to develop. Anyways, no net profit. Once Steller Blade releases, they should be making big profit. And it's not that bad. That's the amount they can handle, they can take. The largest shareholder is their CEO. Oh, okay. The CEO holds 45%? What? Largest shareholder's shareholding ratio, 45%. Do you know what that means? The CEO is likely to take very minimum salary, and most of his payment is going to be based on how much money he can raise for the company. This guy owns about 50% of the company. He does not have a controlling share, but he's going to be the large shareholder. Anyways, profit from continuing operations before corporate tax, and then equity capital. Yeah, they're not profitable. That's fine. Par value per share, 200 won. Each share is only worth 15 cents. Really inexpensive. Company classification is a venture. It's venture capitalism, all right, and it's Korean, of course. Overview request for preliminary review, 2024, March 5th. So officially since March 5th, they're being reviewed for the public offering. They'll be listing 58 million shares, and the listing arrangers are, we read that earlier. And then public offering planned shares is 7.2 million shares. Okay, so the initial offering is 7.2 million shares, and then the auditor is given up as well. As reported by Game Look, ShiftUp's valuation approached 2 trillion won, which is 1.5 billion in October of 2023. Chat, do you know what happened in October 2023? Nothing happened. But do you know what happened in November of 2023? Anniversary. That means since October 2023, which is their last valuation of 1.5 billion won, once we got their yearly earning for Nikke, and of course, with Nikke being the second highest earning gacha game of November, they skyrocketed in value. They went from 1.5 billion in October to 2.3 billion in March. That's an incredible valuation. Wow, if you bought, well, you couldn't actually because they weren't public yet. But if you could have bought into ShiftUp, you would have seen basically a 50% increase. That's incredible. Around the same time, We Made Entertainment sold 2 million shares it owned in the studio to Tencent's subsidiary Aceville for 53.9 million. Wow. 2 million shares for 53.9? But they're valuing the shares right now at 15 cents per. Wow. Okay. Korean analysts currently expect ShiftUp to reach a valuation of 3 trillion won, 2.3 billion after going public. The main reasons are the continued success of God's Victory Nikke. Hey, they didn't forget. I know for most of the West, Steller Blade is a bigger title, but the actual title with more eyes on it currently and more money on it currently is Nikke, and the upcoming launch of Steller Blade. According to industry experts, the company could also become a target for investors from Saudi Arabia. For people who don't know, Saudi Arabia has been investing into tons of gaming firms. If you haven't noticed yet, a lot of games that you are playing right now have Saudi investors. If you track it far enough, you usually see it. Founded in 2013, ShiftUp is a South Korean developer which first came to light with the launch of mobile battler Destiny's Child, rest in peace. In November 2022, the studio released God's Victory Nikke, a gacha-based action title with over-sexualized... Yo, okay, bro, what? Wow, way to like just stamp it on their foreheads. Jeez, why would you say that? Totally not true. I undersold it. I thought, from my reading of gacha earnings, I thought Nikke made $400 million. No, Nikke has made $600 million, with Japan, US, and South Korea being the top 3 countries by revenue. This is insane. $600 million. Hold up. I thought they made $400 million since inception of October 2022 to today, which is 2024 March. Why is that so significant, chat? You can do the math. What's 2.3 divided by 600 million? It's under 4. That means it's expected in 4 years if Nikke can keep it up. Just keep it up, not do better, just keep it up. Some gachas can do better over time. Just look at Hoyoverse with Genshin Impact, and Honkai Star Rail looks like it's following exactly that trend. They can increase their earnings. But even if they just maintain it, in 4 years, they would match their valuation, which is insane. Now, that's not pure profit, it's not. But to match your valuation is really good in the world of investing. For those who don't know, from October to March, its valuation increased by roughly $800 million. And that makes sense because they showed with Nikke, they're already earning $600 million a year. ShiftUp co-op founder CEO Kim Hyeong-tae remains the largest shareholder, currently owning 45% of the studio's shares. China's tech giant Tencent also invested twice in the company, currently holding 24% stake in the company. I don't think any company that Tencent holds, gaming companies, would truly fail. They prop every one of these companies up so highly that they can never fail, is what it feels like. You know what happens if ShiftUp actually does poor? Tencent will buy it. That's what will happen. That's how these always work. So yes, it's looking really good for ShiftUp. They have a major investor in Tencent. Their CEO holds 45% of the share, which is always a good sign. That means they're heavily invested in the success of the company, because if the company does well, they're gonna be rich, wildly rich. And of course, from the valuation standpoint, it's really cheap at 15 cents per share, and its valuation spiked massively in just 6 months, and I think it's worth every penny. This is huge. You're about to see ShiftUp make a lot of games. It won't just be Nikke, and of course, this will benefit Nikke, because if you think about it, with all this money, what are they going to do with it? Could every event going forward be voiced? I think so. Could they get more collabs? I think so. Like, could we get better mini games, better content that takes more effort? I absolutely think so. Nikke by itself increased the valuation of ShiftUp by $800 million in just 6 months. I think this is so big. Well, maybe not just by Nikke, because people are aware of Steller Blade, and that does factor into it. Steller Blade is expected to be one of the best PS5 games, and therefore sell tons. Anyways, This is a huge news and really positive news. Stellar Blade officially launches for PlayStation 5 on April 26, 2024. It's made in partnership with Sony Interactive Entertainment, and it'll be exclusive. So they're already working with big companies. They have a big investor. Everything looks great. All right, let me know what you think. And that's the article. It's huge. That's actually huge news.